God's story, Naaman. So part of God's story is about a man called Naaman, and it goes like this. Naaman was a mighty warrior in a kingdom called Aram. Aram had conquered God's special family, the Israelites, and made a lot of them their slaves. One of those slaves was a little girl who lived in Naaman's house. Now, Naaman was an awesome warrior, and he was rich and famous, but he also had leprosy. Leprosy is a really serious skin disease that can make parts of a person's body fall off, like their fingers and toes. Back then, there were no hospitals or skin doctors or medicine that could help heal a person's leprosy. And because leprosy is contagious, people avoided lepers, and sometimes even made them leave their homes and cities and live out in the wilderness, away from everyone else. Anyway, the slave girl knew about Naaman's leprosy, but she also knew that God is more powerful than any disease. One day she said, "I wish my master would go and see the prophet who is in Samaria. He would heal my master of his skin disease," which is a pretty big deal. She might have had all kinds of reasons to want bad things to happen to Naaman, but instead, she wanted God to do good things for him. Naaman hurried to find the prophet the girl talked about, a man named Elisha. A prophet is someone who hears from God and shares God's messages with others. And with God's help, prophets like Elisha could do some pretty incredible things. When Elisha heard the powerful warrior Naaman was there to see him, Elisha sent his messenger to meet him. The messenger said, "Go, wash yourself in the Jordan River 7 times. Then your skin will be healed. You will be pure and clean again." Naaman said, "I was sure Elisha would come out to me. I thought he would stand here and pray to the Lord his God. Then I would be healed." Naaman was kind of upset and offended. He had come all this way, and Elisha wouldn't even see him, and then basically told him to take a bath in a river that probably had mud and bugs in it 7 times. Kids, would you obey God even if it seems strange or kind of gross? Naaman started to leave, but his servants stopped him. They said, "What if Elisha the prophet had told you to do some great thing? Wouldn't you have done it?" But he only said, "Wash yourself. Then you will be pure and clean." You should be even more willing to do that. Naaman thought about it and decided to follow Elisha's orders. He went down to the Jordan River and got himself in and out of the water 7 times. And then a miracle happened. Naaman's skin became pure and clean again, like the skin of a much younger man. Naaman ran back to Elisha. Naaman said, "Now I know that there is no God anywhere in the whole world except in Israel." Then Naaman tried to pay Elisha for the miracle, but Elisha said, "I serve the Lord. You can be sure that he lives, and you can be just as sure that I won't accept a gift from you. Go in peace." So Naaman went home, but he promised he would never again worship anything except God. And that's the story of Naaman. So in case you missed it, here's the quick version. Naaman was a big deal. He also had leprosy. A young slave girl told him about the prophet Elisha. Elisha told Naaman to dip in the river 7 times. Naaman did. Naaman's leprosy was healed. Naaman worshiped God. And that's a part of God's story.